Okay, the meeting is now. I've started recording. I'm sharing my screen now. Please mute yourself.
All righty.
Give me 1 second. Okay. Okay. Is it full screen? A thumbs up will do. Okay.
Kind of 3/4, but that's okay. I can read it.
I'm sorry. Okay. Okay. Good evening, everyone. This is Josephine Selvakumar. I'm the Western Sector Lead Planner. So now that you all know, Bill Skibinski, who worked with you all, today is his last day. So he left the county. So we will have a new planner very soon to replace his position and who would take over Pikesville Racerstown area. I was Bill's supervisor, and the new plan, I will be supervising the new planner too. So until the new planner comes on board, I will be running the meetings. And even after the new planner comes, until the new planner gets comfortable, I'll be there. So you can always have me as point of contact and have me in the loop after the new planner comes. So I just want to let you all know that. So with that said, let's move on to the next meeting. Next slide. I know you all miss Bill. He has worked with you since 2017 with this effort. And there were 2 meetings before this, after the plan was adopted for the implementation meeting. There was one in January and there was one in February, which Bill ran the meetings. So with the last meeting, I know that I sat in those 2 meetings and I heard all the discussions. So with those meetings, where was it left was that you were all going to give names for the subcommittees you're interested in. So that's where we left. So there were discussions and you all emailed Bill in the subcommittees you're interested in. So I talked to Bill and I got these information, and this is the list. He gave it to me. So as I read the names, and I've grouped the names based on the subcommittees that you emailed Bill that you're interested in. So as I read the names, if you could just say hi, I could just see who that is. That'll be helpful for me. So if just unmute yourself and just say hi, because I have the organization here, so it'll be easy to put face to the names. So the first subcommittee is the design and streetscape. So I have Mel, could you please mute yourself, please?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, thank you. Okay, for the design and streetscape subcommittee, I have Dean Randall. Okay, I don't think
he's not. Dean and Howard are not on this call tonight.
Okay, and Neville is not on the call too. So yeah, Howard and Neville emailed me. Okay, Dean is not there too. Okay, so we can skip first 3 committee members: Dean, Neville, Howard. Okay, Bonnie Kaufman.
Bonnie is here. Bonnie is here.
Bonnie's here.
Yes, she's here on the call.
Oh, okay. Hi, Bonnie.
I don't know where. I don't know. Sorry.
Yeah, Deb. If you're there, if you hear the name, if you could just unmute and say hi, I can just know who the person is. It'll be helpful for me. It'd be nice to have a small introduction.
I think I saw Deb here also.
Okay,
I'm not
Deb.
sure why they're not speaking.
Deb, can you hear us?
Deb seems to be muted. Deb seems to be muted.
Okay, we're good. We're good.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Is that Deb?
Yep.
Oh, hi. Okay. Hi, Deb. Okay, moving on. Kristen?
I think she said she wasn't going to be able to, oh, I might be right, that she wasn't going to be able to make it tonight, I think.
Okay. Okay. That's okay. Lauren?
She's not on.
Oh, okay. I see Debbie now. Okay. Okay. So Bonnie's here. I'm not sure whether she can unmute. Deb is here. Okay. So these are the
Did you have
members-
more? Excuse me. No, I indicated that I wanted to be on this committee also.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yes, I did.
Okay. I'm making a note here.
Thank you.
Design and streetscape groups. Okay.
And I'm with Thousand Friends and I'm the secretary.
Thousand Friends Secretary. Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay.
Okay.
Am I missing any other names that you indicated you're interested in design and streetscape here? Okay, 2 seconds roll. I didn't hear anything. I'm moving on.
Edward Steinberg, I had put down for the marketing committees. I sent that in.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming to other committees. This is just for design and streetscape. Okay, okay. So I hear none. I'm moving to the next slide. So these are the committee members who showed interest for economic vitality. I have Jack Greenberg.
Yeah, I am here. I'm having trouble with my video.
Oh, that's fine. Okay, that's okay. So Jack is here.
Yeah.
Okay, and good old Mel is here.
Hello again.
Yeah, hi. And Deb also volunteered for economic vitality, I believe, because I got Deb's name here too.
That's correct.
Okay, and I have Steve Kornblatt. Steve.
This is Tom Takeda. I believe I signed up for this.
Okay, Mel, could you please mute yourself? There is background noise. Mel, could you please mute yourself?
Oh, I'm sorry, I keep doing that.
Oh, thank you. So who's that?
This is
Tom?
Tom Takeda.
Uh-huh. Hello. And you said you're interested in economic vitality,
Yes.
and you don't see your name here. Okay.
I do not.
Okay, point noted. I made a note.
Josephine,
Yeah?
I managed to miss all the stuff about signing up for committees. I'd like to be a part of this one. My name is Lynn Bryant.
Okay. Lynn Bryan.
Thank you.
Jason, I think I signed up for this committee, Jason Roth.
Jason. What's your last name, please?
Roth, R-O-T-H.
R-O-T-H. Economic vitality, okay. Anyone else?
Just my recollection, they're not here. I think Pat Keller, I don't know where do you have him, and Ron Atman. I think I
Pat
recall.
Keller. And who else?
Ron Atman and Bill Chase. They're the three guys that I remember them indicating an interest. So Bill Chase, Ron Atman, and Pat Keller.
Thank you. I made a note.
Thank you very much, Pauline.
Oh,
And I will unmute.
okay, thank you. Okay. Anyone else for economic vitality? Okay, hearing none, I'm moving on. So this subcommittee is organization, and I have just Larry for this one from Kai. I did see Larry join the meeting. Hi, Larry.
So very lonely committee right now.
Yeah, okay. Hi. Anyone else?
Yep. Can I interject just a bit, Josephine? I'm sorry.
Sure.
Hey, Larry, since you are the lone volunteer for that, maybe if you give me, I don't know if you want to do this offline or anything, some indication of who you think might, the type of person on that committee as you visualize it, maybe I can beat some bushes and see if I can find some folks who would be valuable for you.
Sure, I'd be happy to do so. How about I send you an email? I'm going to be out of town for a couple weeks, but I can at least start the conversation that way.
Josephine, that's great, Larry. I look forward to it. Josephine, would you like to weigh in on kind of the type or background or experience that this committee might be valuable for?
Yeah, we are getting there. I just want to
Okay.
first go
All
through
right,
the
gotcha.
names and
All
then,
right,
yeah,
gotcha. I just,
yeah,
because I'm sure there are plenty of other people that would like to kind of sign up. Okay, that's
Yeah.
it.
okay, okay, we'll get there. Okay, moving on. Okay, so Ruth, you gave me your name that you're interested in the design and streetscape. So these are the members I had who had not given any response, but now I heard from Ruth, I heard from Tom, I heard from Lynn.
Josephine, excuse me, just to correct, if you have that in your notation, I'm not on the foundation board. I'm just on the Thousand Friends board. If you want to correct that at some other point.
Sure.
Okay.
Not on foundation. Okay. Okay, made a note. So, so I don't know if Barry, Ivan, Claudine, Marla, Melissa, Kristen are here in this call. If you're here, please unmute yourself and say hi and let me know if there is any subcommittees you're interested in. Okay, hearing none. Moving on. So I have, oh, sorry. I have Edie, Heidi, Virendra Patel, Krishna Patel, Neha Gupta, Kimberly Fernandez. Anyone here in this call? I remember seeing Heidi.
I
Hi,
remember
Heidi. And Eddie Steinberg is on the call too. I see him.
Oh, hi.
You're on the call.
Edie and Heidi, is there any interest in the subcommittees you want to join?
I was interested in marketing.
That's Heidi. Okay.
And I also had signed up for marketing.
That's Ed. That's Eddie Steinberg.
Okay, got it. Okay. Eddie Steinberg Marketing. Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, so I have here Bill Chase, Pat Keller, Jason, and Ron. And from Mel, I heard that Pat Keller, Bill Chase,
all four of those, and Jason just indicated as such. All four of those indicated my recollection is economic vitality.
Economic vitality. Okay, okay, got it.
Very good.
I made a note. Okay, that's good to know. Okay, this is something which you already saw in the previous meeting, in the previous slides. So these are the subcommittees which we discussed earlier. Economic vitality, which talks about the diverse economic base, smart new investments, and to cultivate a strong entrepreneurship ecosystem. And then design and streetscape. We do have organization and then marketing promotion. And that's where I just want to give you a gist of all the subcommittees. So this is where you all signed up for different groups. So what are we going to do next?
Excuse me,
Sure.
Josephine, excuse me.
Yeah.
Can you add me, this is Ruth, to the promotion and marketing committee also?
Sure.
Thank you.
Okay.
And
Sure.
I don't know which is the right fit, but I'm interested in both. Thank you.
Sure. Okay, made a note. Okay. Okay. So I just want to refresh your memories on the goals and actions, because we have all these subcommittees. So why do we have all these subcommittees? To make sure we get the action items done, which is in the action plan. So you have come up with the beautiful 11 goals and actions, which is in your action plan. So we have to make sure how we can dissect these actions and plans and combine them with the subcommittees. So which subcommittee is going to tackle which goals? So that would be the next step to do. So for goal 1 talks about Pikesville identity and marketing, and then there is streetscape facade improvements, streamlining and promotion of the CRD, and then transportation and parking issues, which you have already talked about in the prior meetings, and Pikesville design guidelines, and then about the trash control, dumpster control improvement programs. So when you look at all these goals, so for example, let's say streetscape and facade improvements. We know you can talk about that in the design subcommittee group. So you can do that with the design and streetscape. And then where you have also talked about the traffic and parking issue, that is something the design and streetscape group can also address. So what we can do is that as you all as subcommittees and committee members can go to the plan, look at each goals and look at all the actions listed below that, and then see which subcommittee can address which goal and the actions listed there. So there are other goals too, like I said, which is not new to you. You all came up with this one. So that is relocation of senior center, commercial properties, maintenance enforcement, and then plan to identify. Mel, could you please mute yourself? Thank you. Plan to identify opportunity sites and to obtain state designated districts, and of course, Pikesville Armory is a big thing. So we have all these goals. So the main thing we have to do is how we can align our subcommittees and take on the goals and actions and tackle the actions based on the subcommittees. So when we talk about the next steps, that's the first thing we have to do. And then I want to finalize the subcommittees too. That was helpful when I read your names, when you came up with your suggestions saying, hey, I'm interested in these two groups. I'm just interested in organization. I can do promoting and streetscape. That is good. So I want to finalize that, that I will follow up after this meeting with a follow-up email, and that I will put a list of all that we discussed with the subcommittees, what we got now. And if there is any revisions, and if there are people like there are like maybe a couple of them, 1 or 2 who didn't join, and then a few who didn't sign up. So if you can finalize that among yourselves and let me know, hey, we know these are the subcommittees we are going to have, that'll be good. We have to finalize that as early as possible so that we can start working on the next steps. So, so how are we going to do this group? How do we align these goals and the subcommittees, and how do we work? There are 2 ideas. I'll roll it out with the group, and you can discuss with the subcommittees, and you can say, oh, hey, we can do this. This sounds good. I can say, nah, we don't want to do like this. Let's do this way. That's fine too. And we can find out which works best. So we can do these monthly meetings. We can stick to this tight 1 hour schedule and stick to the same, if you say last Monday of the month or last Tuesday of the month, whatever time you come up with, that's fine. We can stick to that. And then maybe you can, before the meeting, you can do your subcommittee discussions, and then you can come and report in that 1 hour and tell, hey, Josephine, these are the goals the design group is going to look into. These are the actions we saw in the plan. So these are the top 3 priority projects we are going to do. So let's say in that 1 hour, if we have 3 subcommittees, say design and streetscape, and say marketing, and then economic vitality, and then these 3 subcommittees, you can pick someone who can be a representative for your subcommittee so that it's easy. Email wise, maybe the representative can have your own subcommittee meeting, and then you can come to the monthly meeting, which I'll be hosting, so that you can come and say, hey, we discussed this and this is our output. What do you think? Can you help us with this? That will work. We can do that. If not, maybe we can have a work session. We can stick to these monthly meetings for 1 hour, or we can also do work session for 2 hours, where we can have, like, if you have attended our master plan meetings, what we do is that we do a presentation and we talk about we talk about what the master plan, we talked about what the master plan was, and then we have these breakout rooms. So the breakout rooms, we can have it like the design subcommittee breakout rooms. So say like first 30 minutes we talk, and then maybe I have some representative from state to come and talk about some issues you want them to address. From SHA, I bring someone. So they talk for the first 15-20 minutes, and then we have a breakout session. So there will be a design and streetscape breakout room, and there will be a economic vitality breakout room, and there will be a promotion and marketing breakout room. So you all do your work there. And the last 45 minutes or last 30-40 minutes, you come to the main lobby and report on what you discussed. We can either do it that way. So it is all up to you. You can tell which works.
Maybe kind of a combination, if I could offer it. It sounds perfect. It does. Maybe a combination where the people who have chosen which subcommittees they are on can convene between now and the next oversight committee meeting and kind of identify which goals might match up to their particular subcommittee, and report that back to the oversight committee. There may likely be some overlap where one subcommittee may choose a goal that another subcommittee also chose as their task. So we could kind of combine that, I think. And I hear what you're saying, that efficiency of breakout rooms prior to or in the middle of the oversight committee kind of sounds right efficiency wise. So that's kind of my general thoughts just off the top of my head.
So what I'm hearing is you're saying we can do breakout rooms, and you can, is that what I'm hearing, Mel?
You can do both breakout rooms and convene the subcommittees maybe prior to the next oversight committee, so we can have a little fuller discussion.
Okay.
And then the next oversight committee also, if you wish, to have breakout rooms in and amongst that oversight committee meeting or prior to. It sounds good efficiency wise.
Okay. Any other thoughts? Welcome as well.
Josephine, did you finish your explanation of the various options?
Yeah, those are the main 2 things. Let me, okay, now that you brought it up, let me finish. This is I mean, I just have one more slide and then we can open to the discussion. So as you all know, the CIP funds is $235,000, and you know the benches are done, and with the trash cans in process, so it is in production. So approximately 151K left. So there are also county allocated fund for FY 2023, which is $100,000. So I just want to show you the numbers, what's left with that you can take advantage of, to that you have to make use of for the projects. And I do know that Bill had talked about the future projects in the previous meetings, which could be potential ones which you can look into, are the banners, landscaping, and parking signage. Those are some of the things also. In addition, along with the goals and actions, you can also look into these items. I just have a couple of pictures. I came out the other day with the property management, and it's lovely to see all these benches out there. We walked the stretch. It was a lovely day, and then it's nice to see the new benches. I think it was close to 22 benches. So I'm sure you would have already seen. There are some nice pictures here. So, okay, that's all I got with the slides. Let me stop sharing so that I can see you and hear you talk. So yeah, Ruth, go ahead. You were going to suggest, you're muted.
Just wasn't sure if you had finished your presentation, so that was all.
Yeah, I'm done now. So I just want to find out how the subcommittees are going to work. And I'm just looking at the product for the next meeting when we have it. I don't know, maybe late May. I know it's Memorial Weekend. Somewhere there. Sometime in May. So what I'm hearing, I want you to discuss and let me know that if you are going to discuss among yourself based on the subcommittees, I can send you the list again so that you know which group you belong to, and then you can go and then have the priority projects you're going to do. And then when we huddle next month, you can come and tell, hey, these are the things we want to talk about, and these are the things I need help with. So I think, yeah, I see Ed raising his hands. Go ahead, please.
Well, I just have a question. If you could forward the emails of the different committees to all of us, that way, if we want to get together with our subcommittee, we could do that and form our own meeting. The other question I had is some guidelines. So we start off on the right track. Case in point, like the marketing committee, is there a budget for that?
So like I said, there is no like a particular thing just for this subcommittee, or there is no dollar amount just for this subcommittee. So like I said, like after the trash cans and benches, you have like close to 150 something left, and then you have another 100K for FY 2023. So you just have to find out what's the priority from the goals and actions. Maybe it is all design and streetscape, or maybe it is economic vitality you're focusing on, or maybe it is marketing that's more important than the other things. So it is the group subcommittees you have to decide and come up with. So there is no particular dollar amount just for one group.
So you want us to kind of form our own ideas of what our committees should be doing? There's no guidelines from you?
No, I'm not saying, I'm saying you're talking about two different things here. Your question was, is there any amount just for marketing? That's what
I understand, but also guidelines of what we need to accomplish.
Yeah, that's the main purpose of this meeting. That's what I was trying to tell.
Okay, I'm sorry.
We just discussed what the different subcommittees are and who are interested in those subcommittees. And I'm just asking you all to, based on the interest you showed, to go discuss among your subcommittees on the goals in the action plan, to tell that, okay, these goals come under design and streetscape. So I'm going to work on, I'm responsible for design and streetscape. So I'm going to do goal 3, goal 4, and goal 5. So the next meeting when we come, Josephine, goal 5, 6, 7 is design and streetscape. Goal 8, 9, 10 is marketing. So, but I need, I have questions in traffic and thing. Can you bring someone from SHA? Can you bring someone from this? So that's where I come in and tell you, oh yeah, this is the design and streetscape. So you need help with this? Okay, let me talk to DPWT. Let me talk to SHA. Let me bring someone here. So that's where I come in to facilitate and help you to find out how I can connect all these dots. Does it make sense?
You good, Ed, with that?
Josephine, can you hear me?
Who's this?
Josephine?
I'm sorry. Hi, Ruth. Yeah.
Can you hear
I
me?
can hear you. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, it's Ruth. It's Ruth. I'm having connectivity problems, but if you can hear me.
I can hear you. You're good. Uh-oh, I can hear her now. Uh-oh. Ruth, I can hear you. I can't
Okay,
hear
you can
you.
hear me now? Can you hear
Yeah,
me
I can
now?
hear you. Yeah.
Okay, so in addition to what Eddie, to your response to Eddie, that the committee, each committee will identify the goals that they want to work. Do you also want us to try to identify some actions within the, they're listed within those goals that we think would be, the first thing that we would want to focus on?
Sure, absolutely. Actually, in the action plans, you have goals
Hello?
and the actions listed as well. If you can elaborate, or if you want to, yeah, that,
yeah.
In the Pikesville action plan, you have goals and actions. So if you, I mean, yeah, we need actions. Only with the actions we can come up with the goals. Yes, please. Yeah.
And also to reiterate what Eddie said, I had requested of Bill, but he was preparing to leave, that he put together a directory of all the whole oversight committee, name, affiliation, contact information, and then if we could have a whole directory and also a directory of people who for which committee with their contact. We need both. We need to see the whole list and who everybody is, and then the list of who's on your committee, so we can connect with each other.
Yes, absolutely.
If possible.
Yes, I think I have that.
Thank you.
I remember Bill gave me that, but I'll just make some changes to what I heard from the meeting
today. Do you have an idea for how each committee will organize itself?
I'm sorry, I missed the last part. Ruth. What did you ask? Do you have an idea of what?
I can't hear you.
Uh-oh.
Do you have an idea? Do you have an idea of how each committee will organize itself between now and the next oversight committee meeting?
Yeah, that's the question I was asking. Do you want to do that as a work session, having breakout rooms, or do you want to huddle yourself and then have a subcommittee meeting? And then do you want to come and report when we do our monthly meetings? That's what I was asking. And I think Mel said we can do a combination of both.
Maybe in the beginning, if I could, Josephine, thank you. Thank you, Ruth. I think you could probably do both. I think in the beginning, it might be really helpful in these subcommittees to have a work session between now, between now and the next oversight committee, whenever you schedule it. And then kind of almost as a matter of course, as that gets ironed out, settled, that part of it, the organization of each subcommittee, then each subcommittee can combine on the same date your idea of having that breakout session either before or in the midst of the next another oversight committee. That's what I think it's a wonderfully efficient, although slow, as all things in government are, they are slow. But I think it makes sense to me, kind of combining that, at least in the first part of this, I think. So we get to know each other in the subcommittee and kind of where each of us in those particular respective subcommittees are kind of coming from, what their expertise might be, what their background more is, and how they can be a valuable member more of that each subcommittee, so that we can issue a pretty competent report at the oversight committee meeting.
Okay, I see Tom's hand for a while now. Let me give him a.
Thank you.
Oh, sure.
I think Mel's got a good point. I think it's critical that we get started and we get started as quickly as we can before we all lose interest in it and attention. I think the subcommittees ought to meet between now and next meeting, and they ought to make a report at the next meeting as to what they accomplished. Even if all they did was meet each other, had a cup of coffee, and agree that this is important, but at least get used to the fact that there's a task from one meeting to the next that needs to move us forward. My simple question is there availability of some professional or semi-professional facilitation for that first meeting, where we don't just sit around and say, well, I'm Tom and I'm George and I'm Martha, and what the hell are you doing here and why are you here? That's nice, but we ought to have at least set an objective to be able to move from this meeting to next meeting and feel good that we have accomplished at least one step forward. Otherwise, we're going to be back here next time saying, well, what are we going to do?
I see Ruth's hand.
Yes, thank you. So we're sort of hung up on like the structure or organization of these subcommittees when we're between oversight committee meetings. And I wondered if for each of these committees, I mean, Larry's a committee of one right now, so we know that he's going to organize that committee or sort of facilitate, set up a Zoom link, contact everybody, find a date, all that. Are there people who would be willing to volunteer to be, I mean, in lieu of having a professional person, which I don't know if you have staff people who can help us, but if you don't, are there people, someone on each committee who would be willing to facilitate that committee's meeting, not necessarily to be the chair, but to do all those sort of organizational things, and we can find out, we can start to gel and talk about the goals and whatever, and maybe you could put our assignment sort of in writing so that we all have it in front of us what we want to accomplish before the next meeting or something like that.
I think Michelle wants to address something for that. Yeah, go ahead, Michelle.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm happy to help with that kind of any kind of like administrative stuff because I really want to delve into this strongly with you guys. So I really want to sit in on as many subcommittee stuff. I mean, I'm still staying virtual at this point. So as long as if I can participate by phone or set up the WebEx, if you guys want to do virtual, Josephine and meeting staff are really the certainly content experts, but I can help with any of that kind of administrative stuff as needed.
Thank you. I see a lot of hands up. Who wants to go now? I don't know who raised first.
Josephine, I'm a teacher. So if I'm understanding correctly, what you're saying is that the first thing we have to figure out among the subcommittees is which goals we're going to focus on from the action plan. Is that correct?
Yeah, based on your subcommittee. Say,
okay.
Yeah.
But the goals haven't been assigned to each subcommittee, and that's what we have to figure out, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, yeah. If you're looking at the goal, if it says create a Pikesville identity and marketing campaign, it goes for a marketing group. So
right. I understand. And so maybe that should be the focus if everyone's in agreement that the subcommittees should meet once before the next monthly meeting, then maybe we should all read over the goals.
You got it.
The action plan and just come to our subcommittee meeting and see if we can figure out which one's best fit. And then we can find out at the next meeting whether there's overlap or not, and we can choose whether two committees are going to work on something or we're going to split them up. And I think because that I think would be the most defined way of saying that's what we want to do between now and the next
I don't have a hand.
monthly meeting.
Yes,
does that make sense?
Exactly. Okay. You summed it up really well, because you have to know what are the goals are and what are the actions are, and you have to know which goal is going under which subcommittee. So that will be the homework to do first, and you should all have a meeting before the monthly. Yeah.
Okay.
You got it.
I was going to say that should be our homework. So thank you for saying that first.
Yes, that's your homework. Yeah. Yep. Who's next? I see a lot of hands now. Jack, Ruth, Mel, let's go. I'm just reading from the order I'm seeing here.
All right, go ahead.
Okay. I'd like to pick up on what Ruth said. I think that the county should go ahead and assign someone from each group to be coordinator, temporary chairman, whatever we want to call them. Somebody needs to schedule the meeting and organize it and reach out to everyone. Somebody needs to run the first meeting. And I think rather than have it be just a bunch of people in a room shouting over each other, that we need to assign a chairman and establish some organization for this going forward.
So Michelle, from what I'm hearing, you can facilitate that for the, okay, so you got the answer, Jack. So Michelle can facilitate the subcommittee meetings. I'll be doing the regular monthly meetings. So because at the regular monthly meetings, I'll be hearing what you all discussed at the subcommittee meeting. So okay, Michelle can facilitate, but you will still have to do what you're supposed to do with the subcommittees. And with the representative, I think it would be best if you all have a representative, pick your representative within the subcommittee, because you all know your group, you all know your members. So it would be hard for us to tell, hey, Ruth, you be the representative for this group. Jack, you be the representative for this group. So there is no favoritism here. So I think it would be best if we leave that to you. And if you have a volunteer, or if you put the names in the hat and pick someone, and then but finalize it and email me so that I know, okay, this person for the design and streetscape, I'm going to contact Ruth or Mel for this. for marketing, I'm going to contact Larry, I mean, organization for Larry. So just let me know so that I know who's representing which group. Does it make sense?
Yes.
Thank you. So I have Mel and Ruth. And
Yeah, Jack makes a good point, and I'm glad that Michelle, I guess the best word you use, Josephine, is a facilitator for each subcommittee. In other words, here are the members of the subcommittee. You guys need to come up with a date that everybody, so somebody has to kind of honcho that part of it. And I'd be more than happy to do it for economic development. I think we can do that. I know everybody in that group, and we can do that pretty easily. Just need a facilitator to set a time and a date, and how you want to do it. So that's I think that's the conclusion, actually.
Okay. Thank you. Ruth, go ahead. Mel, could you please mute
Just because I thought that Michelle was offering to do that purely facilitator role for each. Were you offering to do that for each? It's only 3 committees or 4 committees. Michelle, were you offering to be the facilitator who would contact everybody, set a date, set up a link, or sort of organize the discussion for each of the committees? Were you offering to do that, Michelle? And one other thing, I just wanted to mention that I too am staying virtual at this point, as opposed to meeting in person with a larger group of people. So I hope that we can do this virtually, but of course it's up to the whole group. So if you could clarify about Michelle's role, which I welcome personally, because I know that you have that this is like your wheelhouse. This is what you do. I mean, yeah. Sorry, Michelle. I had a little mind blip for a moment. So anyway, if you could clarify that, I'd appreciate it.
That's what I'm hearing Michelle say, right? Like,
yeah, to help get you guys going, I'm happy to, facilitate. Like I said, the administrative part is the best expression I can have to sort of help you guys convene. If you want me to set up the virtual WebEx, pull out pieces of the plan, also the goals. And so then, as Josephine said, you all will have to establish who will be your lead, but I can sort of just help with the administrative part to, make sure that that gets going, and until that sort of flows naturally amongst yourselves.
Let me clarify one thing. So it's just the facilitating part that Michelle is saying for the subcommittees, but the monthly meetings, the reporting will be the way which we are doing, and the planning will be running that meeting. So that's what I was hoping to find out. That's the 2 options I gave initially, that either the subcommittees meet among yourself, or we can have a work session like we do for master plan, where we have breakout rooms and you can discuss and then come and report in the main lobby. But I do hear what you're saying, that you that is good to have the homework done before we do meet in the next monthly meeting. So with the subcommittees, when you meet, it's again going to be the groups which you are meeting, and it would just be facilitating side from Michelle, who's doing just the administrative side of it. Have me in the loop as well, Michelle, so that so that we are all on the same page. So yeah,
guess I have another question, Josephine. Do you find that one model, I mean, since you did it with the master plan, are you sort of trying to steer us towards the work session model? Is that even though I know we're talking about the alternative with a meeting in between and Michelle facilitating, you know, that do you find that one works better than the other, or help us out here?
Yeah, that works better. But that doesn't mean you have to come to that meeting without meeting with your subcommittees beforehand. Like, I don't know, like Tom said, like it can be over a cup of coffee. You guys can meet, talk. And then when we do the work session here, when I split you into organization breakout room, marketing breakout room, design and streetscape breakout room, you guys discuss that. And then when you come to the lobby, you can report so that you have like, okay, you already discussed and you know what you're going to talk, and then you do in a work session, and then you come and talk, report. So in that way, we can get things done. That works better. That works better. That is something. That's what I'm seeing would work better.
So my question about that is, I'm hearing you. I asked because I wanted to know, but what if you have, this is a small group, and it seems like there are a number of people who have expressed interest in more than one committee. So how does the breakout sessions, the work sessions on the same evening as the oversight committee, how does that work if you want to, if you've volunteered to be on two different subcommittees, but the breakout room session they're all simultaneous? How does that work?
See, so you did volunteer for design and streetscape and economic write-up. So
no, not economic, design and streetscape and promotion and marketing.
Promotions and marketing. I'm sorry. So you would have,
promotion and marketing is what the other one. So I'm just wondering, how does that work logistically?
Yeah, so you should have, and you would have met your subcommittees before coming to the next meeting. So you would have met with your promotion and marketing and the design group, and you would have already shared your ideas. So when you come here, you can be in the same breakout room at the same time. So if you're staying in the design and marketing, you discuss that. But eventually, everyone comes to the main lobby and you still hear what was discussed in the economic vitality and the design and marketing. So you can be like, hey, I stayed in the design and marketing breakout room. But then when you're hearing in the lobby, you can be like, I still have ideas for promotion and marketing, and I can throw it out to that. You can do that. So you can be at the same time. Otherwise, you have to go. You can like fully stay in one room and also attend the other one. So but still you'll get to hear when you come to the main lobby. So you won't miss anything. So that's the thing. So, I mean, Michelle, that's nice that you have volunteered to administer, but then I'm thinking it will be too much of hassle to, too much with the subcommittees to facilitating and having dates. And so I mean, I'm just saying that if you like informally meet, however you want to meet, and then if we decide if I'm just throwing the date, I don't know whether it's Sunday or Saturday, May 21st or May 20th, when we have the next meeting. So say we are scheduling it for 1.5 hours. First 20 minutes, general talk, or somebody who's there is talking about it. And then we have like breakout sessions. And you would have already done the homework, like aligning the goals and actions to your subcommittees. You already have that done. But we are still giving that work session for you to go discuss, like so that you have your notes and you're like, okay, we are going to talk about this. We are going to talk about this. And then you come to the main lobby and you talk. So I have it all recorded. It's all there. And it's not like, oh, I told that and that this is not recorded. I didn't get that. So it's all in that and it's recorded and I know what's happening. I see Mel's hand up.
Sorry. Can you hear me? I'm sorry.
Yes.
I'm sorry. No, I think it's been responded to. But at any rate, I think we've accomplished what we needed to do tonight. All we need to do is set a next meeting for the Oversight Committee. If you ask me.
Okay, okay. And it's already 7:30. I know a few of you have to go to PGCC meeting, so I will wrap this up soon. So even with the next meeting, like I just stuck to the same time and thing which Bill had like last Monday, but I did see you have other board meetings the same day. I mean, the last Monday. So I will leave that to you to come up with the best next monthly meeting. If you feel that whenever you meet with the subcommittees, if you can pick a date and time.
We're the Thousand Friends is meeting, our board meeting is on May 2nd.
Yeah, so
And we will come up with a date for our next meeting, and I can email to you what our next meeting is so we can try to avoid that date because several people here are on the Thousand Friends board. So I can supply that date to you after May 2nd.
Yeah, so May 2nd is the next board
meeting is.
Yeah, May 2nd is the next Thousand Friends
Yes,
meeting. So
I know, but I'm saying, no, Mel, I'm saying at that meeting, we will come up with the date for our next meeting, and I'll let Josephine know so that we can avoid having an oversight committee meeting on the same day as the Thousand Friends board meeting. So
it seems to me we could have an oversight committee meeting before the end of May. That's what I think we ought to shoot for.
Well, May 23rd.
I'm just saying, I'll let you know. That's all.
Yeah, we'll have one in May, end of May. So let's discuss over the email, where majority of you can attend. I understand not everyone can be in the meeting. So
all right, that sounds right. Good.
Okay. Okay, then I will post this recording. I'm going to stop the recording now. Thank you all so much. Thanks for coming. So to sum up, I'm hoping you will all do your homework before we do the next meeting, and I'll send all these things which we discussed in an email as well.
Very good. Thank
Okay.
you. Good seeing you all, especially you.
Thank you.
All right.
Have a good one. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
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 You guys, thank you.